If money stress ever followed you into quiet moments, tap eat. Like so this reaches someone else too today. Comment your current savings milestone, 1,000, 5,000, or 10,000, and tell me how it feels. Share this video with a friend quietly carrying financial anxiety. Sharing isn't preaching, it's a small kindness tonight. And if calm, realistic money talks help you breathe, subscribe for new videos that keep things simple weekly. Now, here's the strange truth. After you hit $10,000, nothing feels the same inside anymore suddenly. You expect fireworks, relief, maybe pride, but instead you feel a tight pause like danger still exists nearby. I'm Max, and I remember the exact night my banking app showed $10,012 for the first time ever. My hands didn't celebrate, they froze, and one thought screamed louder than joy. What if this disappears tomorrow? That reaction doesn't mean you're ungrateful. It means your brain is switching from survival to protection mode now. When you've lived close to zero, your nervous system learns to scan for threats even on good days. $10,000 isn't wealth, but it's a buffer that changes how you handle surprises at all times. Before $10,000, a flat tire feels like a crisis. After $10,000, it's annoying but solvable today without panic. That shift is powerful, but it also creates a new fear. Losing what you finally built so hard. So if you feel more cautious now, you're not broken. You're adapting to having something worth protecting again. In this video, I'll show 5 changes that happen after $10,000 and the traps nobody warns you about. Then I'll give you a simple 3-layer system to protect, stabilize, and grow your money without jargon ever. First change. You stop chasing tiny wins and start craving steadiness because peace becomes the real flex here. Second change. Your spending gets louder in your head because every purchase competes with your new safety net. Third change. You notice friends' lifestyles differently and social media starts feeling like a scoreboard you didn't choose. But here's the good news. Once you understand these shifts, you can use $10,000 as a launch pad forward. Fourth change. You begin thinking in months, not days, because your money finally buys you time to breathe. Fifth change. You become risk-aware, not risk-obsessed, because losing $10,000 feels worse than never having it. That's why people hit $10,000 and still feel tense. The goalpost moves from get it to keep it. Your brain treats savings like shelter, so any threat to it triggers the same alarm as physical danger. This is common in America, where many households still struggle with even small, unexpected expenses. So when you reach $10,000, you're stepping into a minority experience, having a real financial cushion at last. But cushions create choices, and choices create responsibility, which can feel heavy before it feels freeing. Let me tell you about my friend Jordan, who hit $10,000 and thought, I made it. Then relaxed too hard. Jordan upgraded everything at once, phone, weekend trips, nicer dinners, because it finally felt safe to breathe. 2 months later, Jordan's savings dropped to $2,300, and the shame felt worse than the original stress. Not because Jordan was stupid, but because nobody taught the difference between a milestone and a finish line. $10,000 is a foundation, not a trophy, and foundations need rules to stay standing. Trap 1 after $10,000 is safety inflation, where your lifestyle rises the moment your fear slightly drops. You start spending to match your new identity, and the money vanishes quietly without one dramatic mistake. Trap 2 is freeze mode, where you clutch every dollar and never move forward, even when it's smart. You tell yourself investing is scary, so you park everything forever, even while prices and goals keep rising. Trap 3 is zeroing out, using $10,000 to wipe debts instantly, then returning to panic with no buffer. Paying debt can be wise, but not if it sends you right back to emergency mode next week again. Trap 4 is comparison, because social media makes everyone look rich even when their finances are fragile. If you don't name these traps, you'll think something is wrong with you instead of the system itself. Now let's fix it with a simple 3-layer plan. Protect, stabilize, and grow without complicated finance language. Layer 1 is protect. Your $10,000 needs guardrails, so one impulsive weekend can't erase months of work. Start with a 24-hour rule. Any non-essential purchase over $100 waits 1 full day before you buy it. That pause interrupts emotional spending, and it gives your logical brain time to re-enter the room. Next, separate the money physically. 1 account for bills, 1 for spending, 1 for emergency savings only. Label the emergency account "Do Not Touch," because names change behavior more than people expect. Also, set a minimum floor. Decide your savings can't drop below $8,000 without a real emergency. A floor prevents slow leaks, where small treats drain your cushion while you barely notice it happening. Layer 2 is stabilize. Automate your progress so motivation isn't required every single paycheck. Pick a fixed transfer amount on payday, even $50, because consistency builds identity faster than big bursts. If your income varies, automate a percentage instead, like 5%, so it scales with good months. Your next goal is not perfection. It's reaching 3 months of expenses because time is real security. 3 months changes job stress, health stress, and relationship stress because you're not trapped by tomorrow. And yes, it's normal if that goal feels huge. Most people never get there without a system. Layer 3 is grow. Once your base is stable, you start letting money work while you sleep. This isn't day trading, and it's not gambling. It's boring, steady investing designed for normal people. The idea is simple. Invest consistently over time, so growth comes from patience, not prediction or hype. If you're brand new, start tiny, because the habit matters more than the amount at first. A small monthly contribution teaches your brain, I'm building wealth. And that belief changes choices daily. And if you're scared of losing, remember this. Doing nothing also has risk, especially over years. Let's return to the feeling part, because mindset is what keeps your $10,000 from turning into a temporary moment. After $10,000, your identity shifts from survivor to builder, and builders think differently under pressure. Survivors ask, how do I get through this week? Builders ask, what system protects me next year? That's why your brain feels restless. It's learning a new language, planning instead of reacting every day. Here's a quick test. When an unexpected bill hits, do you feel panic or do you feel annoyed? If it's annoyance now, that's progress. Annoyance means you still have control and options available. But if it's panic again, that's a signal your buffer is being used for lifestyle, not emergencies. This is where most people self-sabotage. They confuse feeling safe with being rich and overspend. The truth is, $10,000 is fragile if your monthly expenses are high and your spending is untracked. So your next move is not a bigger paycheck, it's controlling the leak points in your budget. Leak point 1 is subscriptions you forgot. They feel small, but they drain you every month quietly. Leak point 2 is convenient spending, delivery, ride shares, snacks. Because stress makes convenience feel necessary. Leak point 3 is celebration shopping, buying stuff to reward yourself for finally making progress financially. Celebration is healthy, but it needs a cap, like a planned $200 reward, not an open tab. When you plan rewards, you enjoy them more because you're not ruining tomorrow to feel good today. Now, about fear of losing. It's real because you know how hard it was to reach $10,000. That fear can protect you, but it can also trap you if it stops every growth decision. So we use calculated safety. Emergency fund stays safe and extra dollars get a job growing slowly. This split calms your nervous system because you're not risking your shelter while you learn investing basics. The goal is confidence, not bravado. Confidence comes from repetition, tracking, and small wins over time. Here's another true moment from my life. After $10,000, I checked my balance more, not less, every single day. I expected freedom, but I became a guard dog, watching each dollar like it might run away from me. That's when I realized the real upgrade wasn't the number. It was learning to trust my system at last. So I built one. Automatic transfers, clear account labels, and one simple rule for any big purchase going forward. Within months, I stopped refreshing my banking app because I knew my plan was running without me everywhere now. That's the hidden promise of 10,000. It gives you space to create structure instead of surviving day to day. Now, let's talk about comparison, because it's the fastest way to make 10,000 feel like nothing at all. Online, everyone looks wealthy, but many people are floating that lifestyle on high-interest credit cards and paying for it later. When you compare your savings to someone's highlight reel, your brain forgets the stress you already escaped so quickly. So, replace comparison with a better metric. How many months of freedom do you have if income pauses? That number matters because freedom is time, not applause. And time is what you're buying with every smart decision today. If your monthly expenses are $3,000, then $10,000 is just over 3 months before taxes or surprises. Seeing it this way makes the next goal obvious. Lower expenses, raise savings rate, and protect the buffer. Even small changes matter. A $200 monthly cut becomes $2,400 a year, which builds real momentum for you. Momentum keeps you moving when motivation dies, because motivation always dies eventually for every single person at some point. That's why we design defaults. The plan continues even on your worst weeks when you feel tired and overwhelmed. If you haven't reached 10,000 yet, don't feel behind. Use this video as your map forward starting now. The goal isn't the number, it's the shift to less panic, more options, and calmer daily decisions for you. If you already hit 10,000, don't waste it proving something. Use it to build your future self. In the next part, I'll show how to turn 10,000 into a growing ladder step by step, safely. Step 1. Define what your $10,000 is for. Emergency cushion, not a flexible spending account that drains every time life feels hard. Keep it in a separate savings account, ideally high yield, so it's harder to swipe away when you're bored or stressed. Next, build a floor number, like 8,000, that you promise never to cross casually unless it's truly an emergency. Above that floor, create a ladder bucket for goals. Car repairs, travel, gifts, moving costs so surprises don't hit savings. This is why $10,000 feels different. You stop arguing with every bill because you planned for life's mess ahead. Now, if you have credit card debt, your ladder includes a smart payoff plan, not shame and not panic moves. Start by paying the minimums, then send extra to the highest interest balance until it's gone while keeping floor intact. If your debt is small, don't wipe out your buffer to zero. Keep breathing room so surprises won't restart fear. Once your floor is solid, it's time to put extra dollars to work, slowly and consistently without the time markets. Think of investing like planting seeds, not picking lottery numbers. Boring wins when you stay patient for years, not weeks. A simple option for many is broad index funds bought monthly inside a retirement account if possible through your employer. If you don't have a plan at work, start with a small amount in a basic brokerage account you control. The key is automatic contributions because willpower fades. Automation keeps building even when life gets loud and emotions run hot. Set it, forget it, and focus on your savings rate, the percentage you keep, more than your salary this month alone. If you want a simple target, aim to save 10 to 15%, then adjust as you can over time. Meanwhile, protect your peace by limiting balance checks. Checking too often makes normal ups and downs feel scary for reason. Pick one day a week to review. Bills paid, transfers done, and any leaks you need to plug this week. Leaks aren't moral failures, they're patterns. Subscriptions, convenient spending, and stress treats that quietly stack up until your cushion shrinks again. When you fix leaks, $10,000 stops feeling fragile because your monthly life stops attacking it daily from every direction. And that's when nothing feels the same in a good way. You finally trust yourself around money without white-knuckling. Here's a powerful mindset shift. Your goal isn't to feel rich, it's to feel steady when life throws surprises at you. Steady people don't need perfect months, they need repeatable rules that work through stress, sickness, and messy schedules. Rule 1. Every paycheck gets assigned jobs first. Bills, savings, investing, before fun money gets any attention at all. Rule 2. Fun money is allowed, but it's capped. A cap removes guilt and keeps your future protected. Rule 3. No major purchase without a pause. One night of sleep can save you months of regret later. Now, let's talk about the emotional weirdness after $10,000. Sometimes you feel empty, like the chase was the point. That's normal because goals create adrenaline, and when you arrive, the adrenaline drops, leaving quiet space behind. Fill that space with the next meaningful target. 3 months of expenses, then 6 months, then investing milestones over time. Each milestone should buy you more calm, not more flex. Because flex is expensive and calm is priceless always. If you live with family or share bills, talk openly about the plan. Secrecy creates stress and fights later. A simple conversation can turn money from a private pressure into a shared strategy that reduces tension daily. When I started doing this, my relationships improved because I wasn't constantly bracing for the next surprise bill. Another hidden change after $10,000. You start valuing boring routines because routines are what keep you safe. You stop needing motivation speeches, you start needing a checklist because checklists protect you when you're tired. Create a monthly money checklist. Review subscriptions, review spending categories, and confirm transfers actually happened on schedule. This takes 15 minutes and it prevents months of drifting, where money disappears without you noticing. If your income is irregular, your checklist includes a low-month plan, so you don't panic when work slows. A low-month plan might mean pausing investing briefly, but never pausing your emergency fund floor for safety. Because the floor is your nervous system. If the floor breaks, anxiety returns fast, even if income looks fine. In the next section, we'll connect this to one final truth. $10,000 changes your life because it changes choices. Here's that final truth. Money doesn't buy happiness directly, but it buys options. And options reduce fear dramatically. Options mean you can say no to a toxic job longer, negotiate better, or walk away when boundaries matter. Options mean a medical bill is a problem to solve, not a disaster that wrecks your entire month. Options mean you can help family wisely without destroying your own stability and restarting the stress cycle again. That's why $10,000 feels like a new world. You stop being trapped by the next small emergency. But options only stay real if you protect them. Otherwise, lifestyle creep quietly steals your freedom back again. So ask yourself weekly, did I buy relief today, or did I buy progress toward a calmer future? Relief purchases feel good fast, but progress purchases feel good longer because they change tomorrow's version of you. Progress can be boring. Paying down interest, cooking at home, investing monthly, and keeping your floor untouched. Boring is powerful because boring is repeatable. And repeatable is what builds wealth for normal people. If you're thinking, I'll start when I earn more, remember this. Earning more without systems often changes nothing. Many people raise income and still feel broke because spending rises, debt rises, and the buffer stays missing. The system is the difference. $10,000 gives you the first real chance to install one while breathing easier. So if you're at $10,000 today, your job is simple. Protect the floor, automate stability, then grow slowly. If you're below $10,000, your job is also simple. Reduce leaks, set automatic transfers, and keep going steadily. Don't rush. Rushing creates mistakes. Consistency creates identity, and identity creates habits you don't have to fight. One day you'll open your app and realize you're not scared anymore because you trust your own plan. That's the moment nothing feels the same, in a good way, because calm becomes your default setting finally. Before we wrap, I want you to know this. Your progress is real, even if it feels small right now. In the final minute, I'm asking one meaningful thing from you because someone you love might need this message. If this video helped you name what you're feeling after $10,000, please share it with one person you care about. Not to lecture them, not to flex, but to quietly say, you're not alone and there is a path forward. So many people carry money stress in silence, smiling at work while doing panic math late at night. Sending this video can be a gentle hand on their shoulder, reminding them their fear makes sense, and reminding them that small systems, floors, automation, and caps can turn chaos into calm over time. If you want, comment $10,000 below and tell me the strangest feeling you noticed after reaching it, or comment your next milestone, and I'll make a future video walking through a simple plan for that number. If you're new here, subscribe, because we'll keep doing money conversations that feel human, not shameful or complicated. My name is Max, and I've been on both sides of this. The panic side and the steady side. $10,000 didn't make me rich. It made me honest about what safety actually feels like. It taught me that peace comes from structure, not luck, and structure is something you can build. So take one action today. Set a floor, automate one transfer, or cancel one leak that drains you monthly. One small action is how you prove to yourself you're in control, even when life is messy. And if someone you love is struggling, share this video because understanding comes before any real change. You don't need perfect advice to help them. You just need a message that makes them feel seen. That's what I hope this video did for you. Made you feel seen, capable, and less alone with money. Because you're not behind. You're building. And builders move step by step, not in dramatic overnight jumps. Keep going. Protect your floor. Let time work. And remember, calm is the real upgrade after $10,000. Thank you for watching, and seriously, share this with one person who needs hope and a practical next step. I'll see you in the next video, where we turn small milestones into real freedom, one system at a time. Before you click away, take a deep breath and notice this. You're already doing something most people avoid. You're facing money honestly, and that alone breaks the cycle of denial that keeps stress repeating. If your savings is growing slowly, that's still growth, and slow growth is often the most sustainable kind. Remember, your emergency fund is not there to impress anyone. It's there to protect your life. When you protect your cushion, you protect your sleep, your choices, your health, and your relationships too. So treat this milestone with respect, not fear, and not celebration that secretly drains it away. The goal is simple. Fewer panic decisions, more thoughtful decisions, and a life that feels steadier each month. If you got value today, hit. Like so this message reaches more people who need calm. And please share it with one friend who's struggling quietly. That share can be a turning point for them. All right, I'm Max. Thanks for being here. Keep building. Nothing feels the same because you're changing.